What is up, Cobra Kai fans? Welcome back to the channel for a Cobra Kai spin-off news-filled video. It's been a little over a week since the Cobra Kai series officially ended, and it's finally starting to sink in for me that the series is over. I've had a lot of time to re-watch Part 3 and reflect on the fact that it's bittersweet that it's ended. However, it left me feeling more and more confident that this was the right time to end it. If they had continued, they would have eventually run out of stories to tell, in my opinion. But just because Cobra Kai has ended doesn't mean that the big three are going to stop telling stories in this universe. In many of their interviews and press tours for Part 3, the big three have been very busy discussing what could potentially be next. And we may have just gotten a hint of what that might be. During their interview with Entertainment Weekly, they were asked about potential spin-offs we could expect to see. They hinted that they have been seriously considering doing something with the binary bros Dimitri and Hawk. Josh Heald, co-creator of Cobra Kai, mentioned that a spin-off featuring Dimitri and Hawk may or may not be something that we've already talked about. To take it a step further, Christian Baldwin, the Entertainment Weekly interviewer, pitched an idea for a Binary Brothers spin-off, to which John Hurwitz responded, "It's like she stole our computer." He added that there may actually be a very thorough document outlining exactly what she had just described. As we all know, the way Dimitri and Hawk's characters ended in Part 3, they are attending the same school, Caltech, together. Initially, it seemed like Dimitri was heading to MIT while Hawk was exploring other avenues. But Dimitri ultimately changed his mind and followed Hawk to Caltech. This means they wouldn't have to navigate college life without one another. The Big Three's commitment to expanding the Miyagi-verse is undeniably exciting. But when it comes to potential spin-offs, a Binary Brothers series wouldn't be at the top of my wish list. Don't get me wrong, Dimitri and Hawk have had one of the most compelling character arcs in Cobra Kai, evolving from bullied outcasts to formidable fighters. But what exactly would their story look like post-high school? Would it simply be Cobra Kai set during their college years? Or would it shift away from karate altogether? If they're no longer training, does the show risk losing the essence of what made them such dynamic characters? While their friendship and occasional rivalry has been entertaining, I'm not entirely sure what fresh narrative direction the creators could take with them. Would their past struggles resurface in new ways, or would they face entirely different challenges? There's potential, but without a clear and compelling angle, it's hard to say if this spin-off would truly stand out. A spin-off I would much rather see is one featuring Sam and Miguel on their journey in Okinawa. A Mr. Miyagi backstory has been discussed for years, and my personal favorite idea would be a series about the Sakai Taikai through the years. This could serve as a karate anthology series, expanding on what this global tournament actually means and showing the best fighters competing throughout history. I think that would be fascinating. I've also seen other spin-off ideas, such as an Iron Dragon series with Axel, but I'm not really interested in that one either. Axel is essentially becoming the next Johnny Lawrence he lost, the big fight on the world stage, and had a horrible sensei, just like Kreese. It would be too similar to Cobra Kai's storyline. Another idea floating around involves Anthony, Devin, and Kenny growing into the next generation of karate kids in the valley. While that could be interesting, I also feel like we should give some of the legacy characters, especially Johnny, a break. I don't think there needs to be another spin-off or project featuring Johnny or Daniel outside of the Karate Kid Legends movie that's coming out. If anything, I prefer a focus on one of the younger characters or even an all-new ensemble cast created by the Big Three. That said, a Binary Brothers spin-off does seem like one of the more likely projects. No shade to Jacob Bertrand or Gianni DiCenzo, but they aren't the busiest or most sought-after actors in Hollywood. So I feel like they would be more than willing to take on a spin-off for their characters. Unlike in Cobra Kai, where their roles were gradually reduced to glorified side characters, A spin-off would allow them to be the main focal point. If I were Jacob or Gianni and this idea was presented to me, I would be 100% willing to do it. However, as I mentioned earlier, I'm unsure what the actual premise would be, which makes me hesitant. Then again, when we first heard about the Cobra Kai series, a reboot of The Karate Kid, we were all skeptical that it might ruin a beloved franchise from the 80s. The big three proved us all wrong. So, I'll wait and see before passing judgment. That's the best approach to take with any new project. But this isn't my go-to spin-off idea. We'll just have to wait and see, as it seems like the big three are seriously considering this possibility. Let me know in the comments what you think about the chances of a Binary Brothers spin-off actually happening. Is this something you'd want to see? Also, what is your top choice Cobra Kai spin-off? Be sure to like the video if you found this discussion interesting. If not, feel free to hit dislike. Subscribe to the channel to stay updated on all things Miyagi-verse. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the